Ever wondered what's really beneath your feet? Welcome to Class Bites. Today we're digging into the incredible slow-motion creation of the soil that sustains us all. The ground beneath our feet is far more than mere dirt. It is a fragile, living skin that anchors all life on Earth. This precious and complex ecosystem, known as soil, is the culmination of immense geological and biological journeys, a process of creation that can take hundreds or even thousands of years to form a single inch of fertile topsoil. The story of soil begins with the slow, relentless breakdown of rock, a process called weathering. This parent material, whether it be solid bedrock or sediments carried by wind, water, or ice, dictates the soil's initial mineral character. Over vast stretches of time, five key factors orchestrate the transformation of this raw material into the vibrant medium we know. Climate is a master conductor, with temperature and rainfall dictating the speed of chemical reactions and the decomposition of organic matter. Soils tend to develop faster in warm, moist regions and much more slowly in cold or arid ones. The landscape itself, its topography, plays a crucial role. Steeper slopes are prone to losing soil to the forces of gravity and water, while flatter valley floors accumulate deeper, richer layers. Living organisms are the tireless artists in this creation story. From the smallest microbes to the largest burrowing animals, life continuously churns and enriches the soil. Plant roots probe into rock crevices, producing acids that further break down the parent material, while their decomposition, along with that of other organisms, builds up a vital layer of organic matter called humus. This dark, rich substance is critical for soil structure and fertility. The final factor is time itself. A young soil, recently deposited by a glacier or a river, will closely resemble its parent material. But as it ages, it develops distinct layers or horizons, each with unique characteristics of color, texture, and composition. This layered profile tells the story of the soil's history and determines its capacity to support life. The resulting soils are incredibly diverse, from sandy types that feel gritty and drain quickly to clay-heavy soils that are dense and retain water, each supporting different forms of vegetation and ecosystems. This delicate layer of life-sustaining soil is profoundly connected to the vegetation it supports. Plants anchor the soil with their roots, preventing it from being washed or blown away. In return, the soil provides plants with water, nutrients, and a stable foundation. This symbiotic relationship is the bedrock of healthy terrestrial ecosystems. When vegetation is removed, this critical link is broken, exposing the vulnerable soil to the elements and initiating a cascade of degradation. Land degradation is the broad decline in the land's quality and its ability to support life, a process in which soil deterioration is a central component. One of the most visible and destructive forms of this degradation is soil erosion, the wearing away of the topsoil. Water is a primary agent of erosion. The impact of a single raindrop can dislodge soil particles, and as water flows over unprotected land, it can remove the soil in thin, uniform layers, a process known as sheet erosion. This can escalate into real erosion, where small channels are carved into the land, and eventually into gully erosion, which creates large, destructive trenches that scar the landscape. Wind is another powerful force, particularly in arid and semi-arid regions. Strong winds can lift loose, dry soil particles, carrying them over vast distances in devastating dust storms that strip the land of its most fertile layer. The effects of erosion extend far beyond the loss of land. Eroded soil pollutes streams and rivers, clogging waterways, harming aquatic life, and increasing the risk of flooding because the degraded land can no longer hold water effectively. When land degradation occurs in the world's dry lands, it can lead to desertification, a process where fertile land becomes increasingly arid and loses its biological productivity. This is not necessarily the expansion of existing deserts, but rather the degradation of land in arid, semi-arid, and dry subhumid areas due to various factors, including climatic variations and human activities. The immediate cause is often the loss of vegetation, which may be triggered by prolonged drought or unsustainable human practices. Without plant cover, the soil is left bare, vulnerable to the relentless forces of wind and water erosion, which strip away the remaining fertile topsoil, leaving behind a sterile mix of dust and sand. This process reduces the land's ability to support crops, wildlife, and people, threatening livelihoods and biodiversity. Human activities have dramatically accelerated these natural processes of degradation. Agriculture, while essential for human survival, is a primary driver of soil degradation. Practices like intensive tillage disrupt the soil's natural structure, leaving it susceptible to erosion. Monocropping, the practice of growing a single crop year after year, can deplete specific nutrients from the soil, while the overuse of chemical fertilizers and pesticides can harm the complex web of beneficial microorganisms that maintain soil health. Deforestation, whether for farming, logging, or urban expansion, removes the protective canopy of trees whose roots bind the soil. Once the trees are gone, the land is easily eroded and the vital cycle of nutrient replenishment is broken. Similarly, overgrazing by livestock can strip the land of its vegetative cover, while the constant trampling of hooves compacts the soil, reducing its ability to absorb water and support plant growth. Urbanization and infrastructure development also contribute by sealing the soil under concrete and asphalt, permanently removing it from productive use. These human impacts have become so significant that nearly a third of the world's soil is considered moderately to highly degraded, threatening global food security and ecological stability. Protecting this fragile, essential resource is one of the most critical challenges of our time, requiring a fundamental shift towards sustainable practices that honor the intricate connection between soil, vegetation, and the health of the planet. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts or future video ideas.